Barry Sullivan in
The Unexpected.
They say that no one is ever ready to die. But I was an exception to the rule. I was ready for death until I met the unexpected.
The Unexpected. A secret future, a hidden destiny waiting for you. Where? When? Who knows? Tomorrow, today, an hour from now, perhaps in just a moment, you too will meet
The Unexpected.
And now, the popular stage, radio, and screen star, Barry Sullivan, in Twilight Meeting, a drama of the unexpected.
I thought it only happened in books or movies or plays. You know, at the end of the first act when the gray-haired doctor twirls his spectacles in his perennially scrubbed hands and speaks the melodramatic line to his patient, "You have only 6 months to live." Then the curtain comes down and you go out in the lobby for a cigarette and wonder what will happen next. But this time, the curtain didn't come down. The doctor didn't sound melodramatic, and the patient was me.
You ask for the truth, Arthur. I can't lie to you.
6 months?
No, it could be 5, maybe 7, maybe a year. I don't know exactly.
You know something, Doctor? I don't believe you. I just can't believe you.
Well, good.
Good?
Certainly. Go on living like you always have, except maybe have a little more fun.
Isn't there anything I could do? Shouldn't I rest?
You
or...
should, but it won't make that much difference.
I see. Well, you were there when I started the race, Doc. You'll be there when I break the tape.
Who knows, Arthur? Maybe you were only down for a few months more anyway. You might go out of here this afternoon and be run over by a car.
Well, I'll have to be careful crossing streets. I'll be seeing you, Doctor, in about 6 months.
Oh, wait a minute, Arthur.
Sorry, I can't spare the time. I don't have very much, you know. It was late afternoon, and the endless, empty twilight seemed to settle on the park across from the doctor's office like a fog of loneliness, shutting out the world on which I had so loose a grip. The park was nearly deserted except for a girl, a beautiful girl in a red plaid skirt who was feeding breadcrumbs to the pigeons while the wind plucked at her hair with hidden fingers. Hey, lady, you better watch out for that purple one. He's eating more than a share.
It doesn't matter. They're all too fat anyway.
And why feed them?
I'm not. I'm feeding myself.
Huh? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Oh, it's very simple. I come down here almost every day with a bag of crumbs.
Uh-huh.
The pigeons make a big fuss over me, and I feel warm and needed.
Oh, I see.
Of course, they're awful frauds. They act that way with everyone, but I pretend it's me they love, not the breadcrumbs. I guess I'm an awful fraud, too.
Well, we all are.
There. That's the last of the crumbs. Now they'll fly away just as if they didn't even know me. See? They're almost ungrateful enough to be people. Let's sit down, shall we? It's always kind of a shock.
What is?
Finding out that just when you think you've got hold of something secure and important, it suddenly shows wings and flies off beyond the trees, leaving you down here, empty-eyed. Hasn't that ever happened to you?
Yeah, I guess it has. In fact, just this afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't bother trying to help. Nobody ever can. It's like being told love will die and then seeing it happen.
He must have been quite a guy.
No, he was a heel. It doesn't matter. I'd better go. It's almost dark. You're not going to be able to pick me up. I have a date. Besides, I don't really approve.
Well, I wasn't planning to, honestly.
Oh? Well, under those circumstances, I think I'll break my date. That is, if you'll take me to dinner.
Oh, I'd like to.
You aren't married or attached or anything?
No, I'm quite free. I have my whole life ahead of me.
If you're a really confirmed bachelor, I'd better fix the dinner. Hey, I hope you like spaghetti. It's the only thing I know how to cook.
I know I like it.
Well, come along. I live right across the park. Oh, look. The pigeons are flying back. Why, that's strange. They know I haven't any more crumbs. Hey, take off that tea kettle, will you?
Sure thing.
I don't know why I ever bought it. I don't approve of whistling tea kettles. They're so fresh.
There seem to be quite a lot of things you don't approve of.
The usual number. Overstuffed chairs and overstuffed people.
That must include me after all the spaghetti I ate.
That wasn't what I meant at all.
You don't have to tell me what you mean.
Funny. I've known that all along. From the minute you spotted the purple pigeon.
Oh, that was really just an excuse.
To talk to me?
Yeah.
I knew that, too. But it was the right one. Oh, this is silly. I suddenly felt so warm. The way I do when the pigeons first come clustering for breadcrumbs.
What's silly about that?
I don't even know you, really. I mean, not your name or what you do.
I'm Arthur Blake.
Blake? Well, I've heard that name before.
Well, it's common enough.
I guess so. What do you do?
Work on a magazine, sort of editor, rewrite man. I'm quitting tomorrow, though.
Oh? Why?
Well, I've decided I've been wasting my time. We live such a little while, you know. For the next 6 months, I'm going to travel, see who people are, what they want, do everything there is to do. For the next 6 months.
How wonderful. I envy you.
Louise, I'd like to...
How did you know my name?
Well, part of the towels in the bathroom said Louise, and part said Elvira, and you couldn't possibly be Elvira, so...
Louise. You're right. Elvira's a model. She's off being the orange queen or split pea queen or something like it.
Louise, about my holiday, how would you like to come along?
Oh, I'd love to. When do we start?
No, I'm really asking you.
No. Oh, no, Arthur, no. You can't be.
Why not?
Because I'm not that sort of person. I don't
fall in love.
Well, we just met, Arthur. You picked me up, or I picked you up. I don't know which, and that's all there's to it.
Louise, look, I want to love you. I don't know why exactly, but I want to.
There, you see, wanting and doing it are two different things.
I'm sorry. Forget it.
No, I don't want to forget it. Not really. Oh, Arthur, you're asking the impossible. I can't fall in love after 3 or 4 hours.
I have.
Oh, Arthur,
Yes?
I might. Oh, I can't believe my own heart, but I might.
Louise.
Oh, tomorrow. I'll meet you tomorrow in the park at noon. I'll give you an answer then. Now, come on. Let's drink a toast. To the future. To our future.
We touched glasses and raised them to our lips, but we didn't drink. Not for a long, long time. And my hand, holding the slender glass, trembled at the sound of her voice.
To our future, Arthur.
And then I knew. I knew that I loved her and that my love could never be. And I couldn't even tell her. Not just then. So I put down the untouched glass and left without telling her. She stood in the door and watched me go down the stairs. She looked as she had when the pigeons flew off and forgot her. And somehow it made going very hard. I thought I wouldn't sleep that night, but somehow I did. And I had wonderful dreams. Dreams filled with Louise and light and music, and then suddenly they turned to nightmares. And I was lost in an immense dim-lit cavern, calling Louise's name and hearing only the hollow echo of my own voice repeated 1,000 times.
Louise.
And I knew that she was lost forever.
Louise.
And I
Louise.
still called.
Louise. Louise.
Then I awoke, and it was morning. The sun was shining just as if it were any other day, and the telephone was ringing. Hello?
Arthur, this is Dr. Jeffers.
Yes?
I don't know how to tell you this, but, well, I thought it was just something people always say happens and never does. You know the x-rays we took?
Yes, what about them?
It's the old story. Laboratory mistake.
Mistake?
That's it, Arthur. Wrong plates. Misreading. You're no sicker than I am.
But But, Doctor, I...
Yes, Arthur?
You're sure, Doctor?
This time, perfectly sure. If you'd like, though, I'll x-ray you again.
No, thanks. I'm very happy the way I am. Goodbye, Doctor. And I was happy. Completely happy. I felt like I'd been born all over again. I had days and months and years ahead of me. And right now I was going to the park where Louise would be waiting. And I'd take her in my arms and never let her go. Never.
You think the story is over, don't you? But wait. Wait for...
The unexpected.
And now, Barry Sullivan in the surprising conclusion of Twilight Meeting, a drama of the unexpected.
That's it, Arthur. Wrong plates. Misreading. You're no sicker than I am.
You're sure, Doctor?
This time, perfectly sure. If you'd like, though, I'll x-ray you again.
No, thanks. I'm very happy the way I am. Goodbye, Doctor.
Are you positive that's what you wanted me to tell him, Louise?
Quite positive.
He may find out, you know. Liars are usually found out.
Oh, I'm pretty good at keeping secrets.
It's funny, you working in my lab, falling in love with a man who's been nothing in your life but an x-ray.
He'll be more than that now.
Well, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if he has more than 6 months to live.
But you said you were certain, Doctor.
I was. But then he hadn't met you.
Twilight Meeting starred Barry Sullivan, and included in the cast were Inga Yolos and Dan Reese. The Unexpected is written by Robert Libet and Frank Burt, produced by Alvin C. Gershenson, and directed by Frank K. Danzig. This is Hal Sawyer, inviting you to listen again soon, when another of your favorite motion picture stars meets...
The unexpected.
The Unexpected is a Hamilton Whitney production, transcribed in Hollywood.